how to absolutely stomp the pre-patch and fully prepare to solo midnight. That's right. It's time, guys. Finally, the real pre-patch is out. We have the Twilight event going down. We can kill all these guys, gather these things, do this stuff. We got the leveling boost, what's it called? Winds of Mysterious Fortune live right now. A lot of things happening in the game, all ending the day midnight goes live. So a lot of things you could be doing right now. Don't waste your time. That's right, we have a don't waste your time little thing here from the Comeback Kids telling us exactly how we should spend these last few weeks leading up to midnight. Here we go.
Okay, Midnight's pre-patch is live, and this is one of the best chances you'll get to fully prepare for the new expansion, all solo. We've got a brand new event for catch-up gear, limited time rewards you don't want to miss, and a bunch of preparation you can do right now that makes launch week feel stressless. All new UI setup, picking your main character, cleaning up your account, professions, and probably the most slept on preparation near the end of the video that you're not gonna want to miss out on. So in today's video, I'm showing you exactly what to do first and the fastest solo route to fully prepare for World of Warcraft Midnight. Now, before we jump into step-by-steps, I want to make one thing very clear. Your goal in pre-patch is to not hit some best in slot and stress yourself out.
Right.
Your goal is to be ready so when Midnight actually launches week 1, everything is as stress-free as possible. You're not a mess, your UI and add-ons aren't broken, and your character isn't weak getting its ass kicked by everybody else.
No, nobody wants to start an expansion with a limp dick character. Come on, you got to be strong, hard, ready to go.
The way I look at pre-patch is very simple. Number 1, get your character geared and stable. Number 2, make sure everything's working so you're not scrambling. And number 3, build off of that momentum to make things smoother post week 1. Now, let me show you exactly what to do first. Listen up. Before we start grinding gear though, we got to talk about a very important part heading into a new expansion, and that is selecting your main character.
Blood DK, done. Samiccus. I play the same guy. Don't matter. Buffed, not buffed, you know, nerfed into the ground. Everyone says they suck. Whatever it is, I am a Blood DK. I am Samiccus, and Samiccus is I, and I will continue forward as such. The rest of you guys, yeah, you can pick whatever the hell you want.
Now, I'm going to be making a full-length dedicated videos to this specific topic, but to briefly go through this, if you're undecided right now, that's totally fine. Pre-patch is the best time to test out gameplay styles, different role types you've never played, and check out classes you're intrigued in right now. The best case scenario is you have one set locked-in main character and 1 or 2 additional alternate characters that seem fun to you. The quickest bit of advice I can give you is that it usually comes down to one of 3 playstyles, and you need to be honest of which one you are. You have the easy character, which is the spec that feels good after a long day's work, and you're looking to just log in, chill out, vibe, and have fun.
Sure, easy characters. I mean, I wouldn't say easy. I mean, Hunter, there's some characters out there that, you know, you can learn how to play pretty well, and if you do learn how to play, you can do some big numbers. I would say, yeah, a lot of the Hunter specs are like that. Certainly the Mage specs are like those main DPS classes. A lot of them can be learned pretty well, and Retribution Paladin, stuff like that. Just healing and tanking roles tend to take a little bit more out of you, but some of these main roles where it's just a straight DPS, yeah, I think you can learn how to play them pretty well.
You have this safe character, which is the class that has a ton of variety for you personally, that you can play the entirety of the expansion of and never regret it. A class that you always fall back on no matter what, that will work in any way, shape, or form for you. And then lastly, you have the meta main character. This is usually for the degenerates who are looking to be the best of the best, push keys, and progress through raid as quickly as you can, and sweat. If you're having a lot of trouble trying to pick some spec, once again, we've got fully dedicated videos for all of these choices on our channel right now. You can check these out as they are absolute bangers. Now, getting into finally the meat of the video, the pre-patch event is now live, and it's called the Twilight Ascension. Pretty much the Twilight's blade is invading the Twilight Highlands, and it's basically your solo catch-up system leading into midnight. Like we said before, this event isn't just for cosmetics, it's for actual power to prepare you for midnight, and you can get champion gear here that you can level up all the way to item level 144, which is pretty damn good heading into launch day. So if you're coming back late,
the event's kind of broken. It launched yesterday. From what I understand, the event's kind of broken. We're going to get in and do it today. A lot of hotfixes have already gone in. A little bit broken. You know, it's another pre-patch event that's breaking shit. Yeah, it happens. But from what I've heard, like, people just think it's meh. People just think it's another pre-patch event. Yeah, just more of the same. Nothing too excited. I was kind of hoping for like void invasions, kind of like we had Legion invasions, where it's like these big scale zone wide portals opening, all these shadowy boys pouring in, and we got to push back against it. I think since those Legion invasions, we haven't really had like a really cool pre-patch event. We haven't. It's fine now. It's working better. That's good. But like honestly, we had like this whole Scourge spreading during Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch. That was insanity and fun. And we had Legion invasions pre-Legion. Yeah, you know, we just haven't had anything like really groundbreaking ever since then.
On switching mains or just want to gear up some alternate characters, this is where you start. Step 1, you need to unlock the event. When you log in, you should have a quest line called The Cult Within. This has you meet up with Magister Umbra
BFA pre-patch was good. Yeah, it was pretty
cult and everything going on with Xalatath and her sneaky plans to take over Azeroth. Completing this short quest chain will unlock the whole Twilight Ascension system, your weekly quest, and it even unlocks the Twilight Highlands world quest or your warband. Once you do that, you get your tabard, your title, and you're officially in business, ready to gear up. Step 2, everything here in the Twilight Highlands revolves around one currency, which is called the Twilight's Blade Insignia. Completing the world quest will give you a small amount.
Gotta have a new currency,
quest will give you a hefty chunk, and then killing rares will give you just one each. The best way to farm this that I found is by simply completing, believe it or not, everything whenever it's available. So if you see a world quest, you do it.
Somebody said 3 hours. Is that how long it takes to get through everything? Like 3 hours of shit spawning and killing and all that stuff? So every 3 hours all the spawns start again? Is that what you're saying?
If you do your weekly quests on cooldown, you should be fine. There's nothing complicated.
Yeah.
Just do the content and you're
Hearst, thank you for the follow. Welcome to our Scourge. Okay, so 3 hours of killing rares will get you through all of them before they start the rotation all over again. Got it. Don't forget, you get an achievement for killing all the rares with that, with the light forged mecha suit mount as well.
You're good to go. So, for example, every single day, I'm going to fly to Twilight Highlands, do every world quest I can, complete the weekly quest if they're available, do the event, turn in, cash out, get my gear, repeat. It is important to know world quest refresh every 12 hours. So
Tundra coming in with a sub, 38 months. Jesus, thank you, man.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, what's up? Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Death Knight of our Scourge.
if you're really ahead of it, you could potentially do this twice a day, but even once a day is more than enough to stay ahead. If you don't want to log in that much, I highly recommend at least doing the 2 weekly world quests, which will give you 80 tokens total, which is pretty nice. When it comes to rares, though, every so often
Jesus. Bad. Thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to our Scourge. I'm gonna have to mute this shit. You guys are popping off with all these alerts. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for the follow.
Zone will start a rare ritual event where the rare creature is shielded and you break the shield by doing the 3 stages of the event. You kill the ritualist and adds around the area, complete some objectives, and then the rare will become vulnerable for you and some other allies to kill. Additionally, at the top of every hour, you get the ephemeral void event, which leads to a special rare called the
This is what I was talking about. This is the mech suit that you'll get for killing all the rares.
Voice of the Eclipse, and that's required for the 2 minutes to midnight achievement if you're interested in that. So after you grinded out some currency and have the insignias, you can now head on over to the vendor at the main camp and start purchasing some gear. Not only that, there are some rare cosmetics and mounts for this event as well. You have the retrained Sky Razor mount for 100 insignias, as well as the Light Forge mech suit by killing all of the rares and getting the achievement in the zone. On top of that, you have both the ensembles for 40 tokens each. You have pets, toys, and even a couple housing decoration
Some horde
items.
decor.
So that's the core solo.
That's the mount, 106. That's probably the first thing I'm going to try to get out of this event. I don't really care about any of the transmog or the gear. I don't need the gear. Definitely going for this retrained Skyrazor first.
Gearing loop. You unlock the pre-patch zone, you do the weeklies, spam the world quest, tag rares when they're up, buy your gear and all the cosmetics, and you'll be good to go. Additionally, one of the biggest mistakes people will make is either not touching their UI or add-ons at all heading into launch day, or people who just simply turn World of Warcraft into a full-blown add-on nightmare, so when launch day comes, nothing feels like it's working.
No, it's not going to work. If you, first of all, your add-ons aren't working already, so I mean that's pointless as shit to do. You could download, I think LVUI is becoming available again for those of you who like that UI layout. But basically, yeah, spend time and fix your UI. All the new, and I would tell you, I said it and I did it, play the game without add-ons. Try it. It actually works better. The game runs better. It's nice to not have to worry about updating your add-ons all the time. You're just going to get in, log in, and if the game's broken, it's Blizzard's fault. It's not anyone else's fault, which is, yeah, that's happening lately. But try it. Try to live in the game as the game was intended to be played, just with their UI. I spent a lot of time this whole last week fixing my UI, making it look pretty. You guys see it in the game now. It's just try it. Give it a try. See how life is without add-ons. I think it's better.
My goal heading into Midnight is simple. I want the game to feel as close to the default Blizzard UI as possible, just simply cleaner, smoother, and more legible. Starting off, we got category 1, which is visual.
Inventory add-ons are the only ones I can't live without. Well, the good thing is, like, a lot of the cosmetic and inventory management add-ons, those still work. It's all the combat-based add-ons that don't work anymore.
Visual clarity. We got some add-ons here that still feel like retail World of Warcraft. First up, we have the nameplates add-on, Platinator. This is my favorite example of what I mean by simply adding on and feeling something like Blizzard would create. This is a really nice nameplate customizer that's very simple, easy to understand. You open it up, you click a profile you like, and then from there you go into the designer and adjust anything you want in there. It's actually really, really nice. You can scale it up, adjust things, move them left, right, wherever you want, so on and so forth. It is the most simple nameplate add-on I could find that does not make nameplates look like they're from a freaking arcade game, and it breaks the immersion. It all feels very Warcraft and Blizzard to me, and it's all very comfortable, legible, and easy to understand, learn, and adjust. I suggest going through this, customizing how you want, but if you're interested, my import profiles will be in the link in the description.
I like that you can click and drag these. So Blizzard's UI looks very much like this too, except you have to like use scrollers to move shit around. You can't really click and drag like this. So the Platinator thing looks like it allows you to click and drag stuff.
Below.
Which I'm sure Blizzard will get in the game too eventually.
In my opinion. Next up, if you hate the way some of your class resource bars look, we do also have Sensei class resource bars. This is probably one of the only class-specific add-ons that I run. It gives me very clean, readable resource bars that sit exactly wherever you would want it to be. Previously, I ran something like this in the War Within using Elf UI profiles on my Mage as well as Warlock, and it looked something like this. I could see myself using this on classes like Paladin, Warlock, or even Arcane Mage, so if you're a class out there and you don't like the way your class resource bars look, this could be good for you. Moving on now to category 2, which is quality of life. Now, speaking of that, we have the Enhanced Quality of Life add-on. This add-on is pretty nice. It reduces friction in WoW as much as possible without being annoying. You can adjust unit frames, sort Mythic Plus invites by score, add a ready check and pull timer to the Mythic Plus keystone, add chest timers to your Mythic Plus window, add a gem tab, a dungeon teleport interface, which is awesome. There's a ton of really nice stuff here, so definitely download this and check it out. Also, I have simple item level. This one is pretty self-explanatory. You can see the item level on gear in your inventory.
That looks busy. That's the thing. I don't like my UI to look busy. I don't like it to break immersion. I mean, like in the add-on world pre this patch, I'd go watch people play the game, and I'm like, the fuck is this? This is world of UI. Like, what's going on here? So many add-ons on the screen, like you can barely see their tune. It's like you're looking around the fucking UI to try to see what's going on in the game. When I play WoW, I want to be immersed. I want to be Samiccus in Azeroth doing shit. And I don't want any of that immersion broken. That's why I like to use the in-game shit. That's why I like to minimize the amount of UI on the screen. And that's what I feel like the in-game shit has done for me.
As well as your character, but in a very sleek and non-interjecting way. Very, very useful as you're gearing up your character, which is pretty much every single day. Moving on now to category 3. These are some things to make you feel a bit more immersed. Number 1 on this list, absolutely has to be the Plumber add-on. In my opinion, from a UI perspective, this add-on quite literally does it all. It makes the visuals of so many things in-game feel better. There's a reason it has as many downloads as it does. If you do not have the Plumber add-on, definitely give it a shot. I promise
this thing does
you will not be disappointed here. Additionally, you have the Dialogue UI add-on. This makes things incredibly immersive when you're talking to any NPCs, which in my opinion is very big when you're trying to focus on story for a new expansion launch like we're about to.
What's the is this the one I use? I don't know which one I don't think it's called Dialogue UI. What's the quest thing that I use where it pulls up like the cool, is that it? Is it Dialogue UI? Maybe. It's the only, yeah, it is. It is. Okay. Yeah, I should have known. All right. Well, yeah, that's the only add-on I really like because it puts you like at a first person. It's cool. It's cool. Even though I have it disabled right now, I actually don't have that thing enabled. If I enable any single add-on, once again, it would be Dialogue UI. It creates like this cool, like, third person visual like zoom in whenever you're doing a quest or like talking to an NPC. It's cool. I like it.
To get in Midnight World of
Alzheimer's
Warcraft.
one again, yeah.
So talking to all these really awesome characters,
True.
for example, like Eric.
It's because he has this flat look and mine has like a scrolly boy look on it. So that's why I thought it was a different add-on. But it's a customization feature
having a
in
cool
it.
little interactive way to be involved in that conversation is really big in my opinion. Customize it how you want.
Conicia
Very fluid,
always
very
tells me.
nice. Definitely check it out. Next up, you have the Waypoint UI add-on. This just makes navigation feel a lot better and visually more cool. Everything here is very clear, readable, visually easy to see, and legible. Really nice too. And lastly, this one makes me feel like I'm really playing Warcraft. It's called Adapt. It definitely gives me that Blizzard feeling, animates my portrait on my characters, and much better than some static JPEG representing my character. I mean, overall, listen, you don't need the perfect set of add-ons going into Midnight. I just highly suggest trying to tone it down a little bit on the add-ons heading into the new expansion. When we all fell in love with World of Warcraft, we didn't have a single add-on to change the game. So I'm doing my best to go as vanilla as possible.
That's what I'm doing,
raw
dogging
minor
it.
quality of life stuff to make me feel more immersed in the game again. If you want the links to any of them, they'll be in the description below. Next up, we have some preparations that make launch week feel a bit smoother instead of stressful. So before Midnight launches, you want to make sure you do a full clean sweep on your main
I already
and
started
alternate
doing
characters.
this.
Number
Clear
one,
out your
clean up
bags.
your bags and bank as much as possible. The last thing you want is launch day to feel more chaotic than it needs to be with how many things are going to be shoved in your inventory. So firstly, clear out your bags and bank, vendor everything and delete old quest items, get rid of obsolete garbage like mats, and if you haven't used an item in the last 2 expansions, you're probably not going to suddenly need it in Midnight.
I do feel like most WoW players are like natural hoarders. I feel like there's always those items in our bags that we're like, I know this is from WoD, but I might need it. Like, I'm going to delete it, and the next day I'm finally be like, oh, I wish I had that thing. Damn it, I deleted it. It's gone. And I've kept it for 3 expansions, and finally I could have used it today, and I can't use it now. There are so many, yeah, there are so many WoW hoarders out there. People keeping pointless ass shit for a decade now, and they just refuse to delete it because they're like, the second I delete it, I'm going to need that item. Got to keep it.
So dude, just do yourself a favor, get rid of the shit. Also, while you're at your bank, I highly recommend making a dedicated
Mikey, thank you for the
Midnight
tier 1
tab.
sub, man.
This could be good for organizing relevant things like
Morning, Sam,
consumables,
fuck
profession
you.
materials, prep items, currencies, pretty much anything you need and you know you'll actually touch when the expansion goes live. After that, delete everything in your quest log so you're ready to go for launch day because we all know we're going to be completing a ton of quests. And additionally, make sure you
Fun fact, Sam deleted a mount quest item. True. Yeah, fuck that mount. I don't need it.
have potions and food buffs ready to go so you can get a slight edge while you're
But what if I
leveling
need
to
that
make things
fishing
a
lure? Yeah.
tad easier. This is not me trying to min-max here, just simply trying to prepare you. Additionally, even though I would like to make a dedicated video on this, you need to know what professions you're going to go heading into Midnight. This is by far one of the most slept on things that every retail WoW player does not focus on. On the launch of an expansion, you can make tens of millions of gold through professions, and it's
You can make gold and you can make really good gear, and I hate to admit it, but Blizzard has made the profession system relevant. They have. And if you want to participate in it, if you can, if you don't, if you can, if you want to, if you don't want to, then just have gold ready to go to buy shit.
something that can set you up the entirety of the expansion if you do it right. I remember last expansion, I was making profession items and making 40, 50,000 gold a pop right off the bat. I'm telling you right now, this is something you 100% don't want to miss out on. So decide whether you want to go blacksmithing, be an armor smith or weaponsmith, go alchemy, whether you want to make flask or combat potions, inscription, whether you want to specialize, in augment runes or staffs. Professions got slightly improved heading into Midnight. I'm telling you right now, it's a massive deal at the start of an expansion. Do not make this mistake.
Not just at the start of an expansion, but at the start of every single season. There's always like 1 or 2 best in slot items for every class now that are crafted. It's ridiculous, but it's the truth.
Before we get into one of my biggest slept-on preparations, all jokes
Transmog
aside, you
prep?
need to make sure you have your transmogs prepared. I know this sounds insane and like I'm trolling here, but I'm actually being dead serious. There's a brand new situations tab with the overhaul transmog system. That means you can automatically have your transmog activate when you
This is
enter
true.
a form of instance of your choosing, whether it be a delve, when you enter PvP, when you enter a raid, a
Transmog
dungeon,
is the end game.
housing, an inn, so on and so forth. So if you're into that next level immersion, personally, like I am, I highly recommend making some outfits for some different situations your character will be in.
It's like that first day of school, right? Like that you get your best outfit out. Yeah, you put it on your bed, you're ready to go. First day of school, I'm gonna look fucking spectacular. Yeah, now you do the same thing for pre-expansion. You get your best transmog ready to go. I did set up one of my transmogs to be like my housing transmog. I didn't buy any additional slots. I got just the 2 they gave me. I'm a cheap piece of shit, and wow, what can I say? But yeah, prepping your transmog. Sure, get ready to quest. And the one thing that's going to be different with Midnight, people think about it, that's since every expansion prior to Midnight is your transmog is going to stay with you while you quest. Because everybody knows, like, typical questing, right, and in a new expansion, you end up replacing all your end game gear from the previous expansion decently quick, right? You start looking like a clown. You know, you got every time you equip something, you don't go back and transmog it. You just keep equipping shit, and eventually you just look like a ragtag gear setup. Well, now that's not going to be the case anymore. Even if you get new shit from questing to start Midnight, your transmog going to stick. It's not going to change. So that I guess transmog matters more now than it ever has, right?
Is also you aren't spending time at the very start of an expansion doing something as trivial as setting up transmogs when we all know we never really get time to play as an adult, so please save yourself the time now. And lastly, for my final tip in preparation of pre-patch heading into Midnight, without a doubt, the most slept on thing every World of Warcraft player tends to miss is joining a proper guild. I'm telling you right now, as someone who's played World of Warcraft for almost 20 years, it is life-changing. Joining a guild and being part of a community that actually gives a shit about you. There is nothing worse than having no friends or community to log into, especially when you're playing an MMORPG like World of Warcraft. I'm not saying you need to suddenly be in a hardcore raid guild or be in Discord talking every day. I'm simply just saying join a guild.
I'll be honest, that's the reason why I like Twitch. That's why I've always liked streaming. That's why I enjoy watching other WoW players stream. You feel like you're playing in a community. Like with chat and with the streamer, you feel like you're playing with other people, right? And everyone's playing with each other, having a good time. People are coming everywhere. And by that, I mean coming from other places. Get your head out of the gutters. But that's how it feels. That's why I've always enjoyed playing WoW on Twitch or playing WoW while watching Twitch. It just makes it feel like a sense of community.
In a guild instantly gives you access to everything faster from people who actually respond and
I never cared much for guilds in game, but we have a guild.
Join your Mythic Plus, hop into a PvP match and heal for you, whatever the case may be. If you guys are interested, the Comeback Kids are inviting people who are dedicated and want to be part of a community for the better and play Midnight World of Warcraft and just have fun. Don't forget, guilds are cross-faction and cross-realm, so if you're interested, search us up at the Comeback Kids on the
unfortunately, I can't say the same about our guild, the Guildicus. It's not fun. It's actually a sex cult in disguise, so if you want to join, you can. I'm just warning you.
For guild tab, and if you're struggling to get in that way, join the Discord server in the link in the description below. Hit us up in the general tab, and one of our officers will get you invited. Let's play World of Warcraft, make friends, make memories, and enjoy the goddamn expansion how it's meant to be
Really?
played.
Since when?
Now,
I'm waiting for us to complete our first endeavor, Conicia, then the sex cultiness begins.
Lastly, we do have a quick priority checklist on how to stomp the pre-patch and fully prepare for Midnight World of Warcraft. First up, you want to make sure you have at least your main and alternate character locked in and ready to go. If you're having trouble looking for a class to main, we have literally a dozen videos on our channel, so definitely check out one of these. Next up, you want to make sure you unlock the Twilight Ascension pre-patch event. You complete the quest line, get access to all the world quests, weeklies, and rares, and from there you can gear up and do whatever the hell you want. Additionally, you want to make sure you set up your UI and add-ons completely. Personally,
this one's really important,
as much as Blizzard feeling clean and natural
set up
as possible.
that UI.
If you're interested, check the description below for the list of my add-ons that I use and get them in. From there, you need to clean up your bags, your bank, and your quest log, and even make a Midnight tab at your bank.
Also, I'll add a number 1 to number 4. Clean up your life. Okay, get rid of the excess clutter in your life. Whether it's actual clutter in your home, whether it's people. Fuck the people. You don't need to be social. Get rid of all that excess shit, drama, whatever. Get the fuck out of here. You don't need that. You need your PC. You need your Midnight expansion. You need maybe a bag of Doritos and a Mountain Dew. You need to sit your ass down in your gaming chair and play some WoW. That annoying girlfriend or that, I don't know, that puppy that just needs to be fed to, fuck it. I'm not saying, abuse your pet, but make sure the food is prepped and everything's out. Let that thing fucking take care of itself. You got WoW to play. Okay? Get rid of all the excess shit. That job that's annoying to you, quit it. Just quit it. Live off the government and play WoW. Now, do as I say and not as I do. Because I didn't do any, I got a mortgage and shit. I got responsibilities. It's my fault. I put all this shit on myself. But if you can get rid of it, get rid of it.
For current expansion materials, as well as stock up on some basic consumables like flask and food for launch week. After that, you need to make sure you decide on what professions you're going to go, but not only that, have a plan on what type of skills you're focusing on as well. We will be releasing a profession guide near launch, but for example, I'm going weaponsmith on my warrior as a blacksmith and a miner. Lastly, please guys, do yourself a favor and join a guild. I think this is a non-negotiable. If you're looking for a guild to join, hop in our Discord and sign up and we can get you invited. Post to the general tab. We will get our officers to invite you. Truly, guys, you have no idea how much it is an absolute pleasure to make content for you all. If you found any of this useful at all in this video, go ahead and subscribe as we're on our road to 100,000 subscribers, which is nothing but a damn dream come true. Love you guys so much. Let's play World of Warcraft the way it's meant to be played, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, just leech off a sand. There you go.
If you're looking for a guild or people to progress through Mythic Plus.
Yeah, we know. The guild. Yes, it's a great one. Join the guild. Join the try the things.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing or check out one of the videos you see on screen here to stay up to date on all things.
Nice video overall. Nice list.
My name is Scott for the Comeback Kids. It's an absolute pleasure to make content for you all. I'll see you in the next one.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, good video overall. Nice little list there. Some of the stuff I agree is important. I would say like the most important thing in that entire list is fixing your UI, because this expansion has changed so much. This pre-patch has changed so much with UI more than this is the biggest UI change in WoW history. So if you're going to spend your time doing anything before midnight, is fixing your UI. Do it before the damn expansion launches, because the last thing you want is expansion launches and you're sitting there playing with yourself and your UI. Not at the same time, but I'm just saying. So get that shit done. Get ready for midnight. Should be a good time. Of course, watch Samiccus. Yeah, that's always a plus. Nice video overall from the Comeback Kids, though.